Hey YouTube, it's Libra Finesse here with more videos. Haven't forgot about you at all. I want to first say thank you to all my subscribers. Thank you to all who haven't subscribed but are here just for the entertainment or the curiosity. Thank you for joining. Thank you for watching. Everybody who's returning and everybody who's new. Thank you. I appreciate it. I saw in one of my emails that someone sent me that they felt like, oh, you took a hiatus. No, I didn't really take a hiatus from YouTube. I was just venturing off into other aspects of life. But here I am back with more videos. Oh, and I wanted to say a special shout out and thank you to everyone who has sent me emails and DM me. I had posted on my Instagram maybe a month ago. A segment called Ask a Libra, and I got so many emails with people asking questions. Some emails have one question, some emails have three questions, some emails have 4 or 5 questions. I just want to really say thank you, and I appreciate the love that you guys pour out, and trust me, I will pour that love back in. I printed out some of the emails, and then I wrote some of the questions, from the emails down, and I printed out some of them. And I'm going through them and I'm like, wow, it's over 40 questions here. Just random ass questions. And some of them I'm like, really? I don't know if I want to answer that on tape or whatever, but I will. I'll answer. I promise to answer all the questions. I printed out some because some people wanted to remain anonymous, but I got messages from Virginia, California, Texas, like a lot of people from all over, just sent me questions, just random questions, and I really appreciated that. I really do. So that'll be another segment, and I will record that one face to face with my camera so that you guys can see my reactions to some of the questions, because I didn't get through all of them, but some of them I'm like, really? Damn, like you really want to know that? But I did say I will answer all of them. I'm not going to promise to answer all of them because some of them I looked at like, really? Come on now. I'll answer most of them. How about we do that? Out of 40 questions, I think I'll answer less. I mean, it's over 40. So let's just say it's like 45, 47 questions. Out of the 45, 47 questions, I am good for answering a good 38 of them, because some of them were just like, come on now. Really? No. So moving right along. Today, I want to talk about just people asking for what they're not willing to give. And that's in all aspects of life. Like, you go through things on a daily, on a monthly, on a weekly, however, wherever, whenever, with whomever. But we all have experienced that, where people are asking from you what they're not willing to give personally. I've experienced that mainly in relationships where, the guy wants, oh, I want all this love and I want all this respect and I want all this attention, but like you're the most fucked up person in the world. Like the shit that you do is super fucked up, but you want, and it's funny how people are too. The most diabolical and nasty ass people want all the respect, all the love, all the joy. They want all of you. They want you to give your all. When they're not willing to give a fraction of that. You're not even willing to give a quarter of yourself, but you want this person to be respectful, loyal, lovable, entertaining, want to have a great personality. You want them to spend on you. You want them to give all their time to you, all their attention. No, it does not work like that, people. Like, come on now. I feel like that's super selfish. Excuse me, my phone's ringing. I feel like that's super selfish because in life, we have to be willing to give in order to receive. And I know that's not always the right way to look at things. And then, like the old church people would say, favor ain't fair. No, God's favor ain't fair. It seems like, sometimes favor will be granted upon somebody who from their outer actions doesn't deserve it, but you don't know that person's heart. So I learned that from church folks, and I've never really agreed with that, because I remember going to church and, something will happen for somebody else, and I remember the ladies always being like, ooh, favor ain't fair, and granted it may not be, but come on, let's take the religious aspect out of it and look at it from just a personal human being aspect. Like, if I want something from someone, I'm going to give that to them. Now, am I going to get that in return all the time? No, not all the time. You're not going to get it. But to me, it's worth putting in that effort. You know, if I'm your friend, I'm going to be your friend wholeheartedly. If I'm your woman, I'm going to be your woman wholeheartedly. You know, and with family, I feel like it's different because it's like an obligatory thing. I have to love you sometimes. Like, I may not like you, but I have to love you. And I feel like, okay, that's with family, but with friends, like I don't mind cutting off a friend. Like, you piss me off or you just constantly doing the same bullshit, yeah, I'll cut you off. But family, you can't really, I mean, you can cut family off, but that does not mean that they're not your family anymore. You can't pick and choose who your family is. So I don't feel like in that aspect we can apply this rule. But overall in life, you want to give what you want to receive. So if you give love, of course you want to receive love. You give something good, you want to receive something good. No, it always does not turn around like that, but for the most part, I feel like it should. Like, I don't feel, or if you're the type of person where you know that you're not willing to do certain things, don't ask it of that other person. If you want honesty, but you're not willing to be honest, don't ask honesty or don't expect honesty from other people. Don't set your level of expectation of honesty so high when you know it's not in you. I heard this a long time ago. I think it was on TV or somebody's podcast or something. They're like, stop giving tasks to people who you know aren't capable. Like, in life, if you know this person has showed you they ass time and time again, and you're assigning them like, oh, I'm gonna give them my heart, I'm gonna give them my all, I'm gonna give them all my attention. They're not capable of doing that same thing back for you. Or it may not even fall under a category of capability. It might just fall under the category of they don't feel that same way about you that you feel about them. And then that's another topic. Being on the same page. No, every day you're not going to be on the same page, but I feel like for the majority of the time of a relationship, you do need to be on the same page. Okay, and if we're not on the same page, can we please be in the same chapter? And if we're not in the same chapter, can we please be in the same book? That's where I draw the line. Because if we're not in the same book, what the fuck are we doing? What are we doing? Am I waiting for you to catch up? Are you waiting for me to catch up? Do you want me to slow down so you can catch up? Like, what are we doing at that point? So me personally, I can't speak for everybody. Share your mind with me in the comments below. Let me know how you feel. Do you ask of others what you know you're not willing to give? Whether it be intimate, personal, business, or a family relationship. Do you ask of others, what you know doggone good and goddamn well you're not willing to give? And it can be honesty. It can be, I know some girls, they speaking of from a sexual aspect, a lot of women, and I'm not the pillow, the sheet, the box spring, the mattress, the fly on the wall, the paint on the wall, the chair in the room, the TV, but a lot of women will be like, I'm not giving head, but I expect him to go down on me. Are you that type of person where you expect something, but you're not willing to give it? And it's not, like I said, it doesn't even fall into the category of capabilities. It's just, okay, I'm not doing it. I don't want to do it. I personally don't think it's fair because I feel like, okay, you give what you get. You giving me a little bit, I'm going to give you a little bit. You giving me 1,000%, I'm going to give you 1,000%. Like, it might seem tit for tat, but in order to keep your emotions perfectly aligned, to keep your emotions in balance, to keep yourself grounded, I feel like you have to do that, because it sucks when you're giving your all to somebody and they're giving you, okay, you're giving 75% and they're giving you 32%. Like, who does that? Or how can you benefit from that? How does that make you feel when you know you're giving a set level and that person's holding back for whatever reason? They're holding back. Again, let's get on the same page. Let's get in the same chapter. Make sure we're in the same book so I can understand, one, why you're holding back. Two, is it something that's going to be long term, or are you waiting to see something in me that's going to make you catch up to my giving, to my level of love, support, honesty, respect, whatever it is? Like, we have to, it's so many factors that go into that. But my point today is, don't ask for what you're not willing to give. Don't ask me for stuff that, in return, hell, I'll turn around and ask you for that later on, whether it be love, sex, money, support, attention, time, whatever it is. I'll turn around and ask me for time, let's just say, and I give it to you, and then like a week later I'm like, okay, hey, I'd like to spend some time, or however long later, and you're not willing to give me that. Don't ask me for stuff that in your heart of hearts, in your mind of mind, whatever, in your being of being, that you're not willing to give. I don't think that's fair, and I think that's where a lot of relationships have their breakdowns, is where, people feel like they're not being treated fairly. I'm not even going to say equally, because I don't believe in equality for men and women. We're different for a reason, and it makes us unique. So I don't believe in, it should be equal this and that, but I do believe in getting what you're giving. I believe in that. I believe in, if you want my time and attention and love and respect and honesty, I expect that same thing from you. And it sucks, because I feel like this is another topic, the process of things. People process things differently. So a person can be feeling like they're giving you their all, and you could be feeling like, damn, this ain't shit. But to them, it's their best. And I've had to reach that point a couple times in my life where, your best is not good enough for me. And I know that might sound harsh, but who am I lying to, myself or to you? Who am I trying to please, myself or you? What's helping me sleep better at night? Me lying to you or telling the truth to myself? So I've had to come to that conclusion in life a couple times where it's like, this ain't going to work, because although you may be giving your best, it's not enough for me. And that's fine, because it'll be enough for somebody else. I feel like this world is full of people. There's somebody for everybody. There's some bodies, plural, for everybody. We have options in this world. You can pick and choose what you like and what you don't like, who you like and who you don't like. I feel like when you find out one person, that's amazing. Even if they're not everything that you want or need them to be, if they're close to it, they're perfect for you, hey, rock with it. But if you haven't found that person yet, oh my God, you wake up each and every day. Each day is a new day. There's millions of people in the world. Don't ever feel like, because that one thing didn't work out, that's my end all be all. No, that's bullshit. Get up, pull yourself together, and find that person that's for you. There's somebody's for everybody. I truly believe that. And like I said, if you find that person and you guys are rocking, and even though they may not be every single inkling and dripping of what you want, give it time. Give it time. Obviously, you're taking the time out to be with that person and get to know that person. They'll level up and be that. They'll level up and be what you need them to be. Don't let other relationships or other people's opinion about what you're going through or what you've been through or who this person is dictate your future with that person. I wouldn't do that. But at the same time, if that person is not giving, if they're asking for what they're not willing to give, I feel like that's a red flag right there. I really do. But to each his own. To each his own. Some people walk around blissfully unaware to shit. Like, when I say that, I mean, just throwing caution to the wind, kind of like ignoring red flags. And I mean, that's up to you. We only can endure things for so long. Everybody has a breaking point. My enough may not be that person's enough. Her enough may not be his enough. And his enough may not be her enough. Everybody reaches their breaking point at some point in time. And I feel like some people reach it faster when they're dealing with people intimately or personal or business or whatever. And they're going through that, where they're going through things where that person is asking for what they're not willing to give. I feel like that's selfish in nature. I feel like that's just selfish overall, because how can you expect something that you're not willing to do? How can you expect love from me when you're not giving me love? You know, it's a dog eat dog world. It's a tit for tat. It's an eye for an eye ass world. And as sad as it seems, that's how we get along in life. That's how we all come to the conclusion of, okay, I want to be with this person. I want to marry this person. What do you get from that person? Are they asking for what they're not willing to give to you? Are you giving to them? Are you asking of them what you're not willing to do? You have to look and evaluate things like that. You really do. Again, I do feel like that's selfish, but to each his own. To each his own. I know for me, and they say in the Bible, do unto others as you would have others do unto you, and that kind of falls under that. Like, don't do to me what you don't want done to you. And I can understand that. We can take that so many different ways. It can arrive at so many different avenues. But the point on today is, are you asking of others what you're not willing to give yourself? That's not fair. It's so not fair. But, you know, people deal with it in their own time, in their own way. They process things, you know, how they process it. But I feel like to prevent a breakdown of a relationship, go all in. Be what you want to see, or be what you want to receive from that other person. If you want love, be that love that you want to receive. You want time, give that time that you want to receive. You want attention, you want honesty, you want all those attributes, give that. And hopefully you'll get that. And like I said in the beginning of the video, it's not guaranteed, but I feel like we have to have a routine in life. We have to live our life a certain way. You can't just go out and wing it. When you get into a relationship, put your mind on, okay, I'm going to do my best. And if my best is not enough for you, hey, let me know. Thank you for letting me know, so we're not wasting each other's time. I would hate for 5, 6, 7 years to go by and you know that whole time that person is not for you, or it's just certain things about that person that you just cannot gel with, you cannot vibe with, and you let all that time go by. You're wasting their time as well as your own time. Time is not to be wasted. Time is of the essence, people. Be honest with yourself first and foremost, and that will pour out into your relationship. Love yourself first and foremost, and that will pour out into your relationships. Share your mind with me in the comments below. It's Libra Finesse. Y'all take care.